Okay. Hi. I have not been on YouTube for a while, and like the videos I had previously didn't really mean anything. It was just to try to joke around and play around with videos and ideas. This video is gonna be very much different, and a little bit hard to talk about. So, most of the people who have watched my videos previously, I had a different YouTube channel, deleted that, restarted it, and most of you guys are from Instagram. Thank you. I love you all. But years ago, I wanted to be on YouTube to speak about my experiences and be honest with people and talk about serious topics. And instead, I posted 3 videos, one about dyeing my hair, one about going to a lake, the other one about a jacket? I don't even remember. But I don't know. The other videos I made, I never had the courage to post them because it was about stuff that was close to my heart that I've talked about via social media before, but sometimes I get good responses to it, sometimes I don't. And being on social media is terrifying. I'm someone who's very introverted usually, and I had a lot of drama go on over the past year or two, and it completely broke me, and I was not gonna admit to it. I was like, hey, you strong person, please, you can do this. And honestly, I thought I was doing such a good job of hiding it when I wasn't. Everyone could see I was hurting. I was lying through my teeth because I didn't want people to know how stressed out I was. But here's the thing. I've been watching a series that has a couple of my favorite YouTubers or influencers, like Jesse Page and Miles McKenna. And it's called Guilty Party. And it's season 2 is all about them being suspects because of an arson. And it's all about the history of lying. And honestly, I'm enjoying it a lot. But not really connected to the series, but it got me thinking about, I'm someone who would tell people that, oh, I hate lying, I can't lie, I'm really bad at lying. But if I think about it, I don't try to purposely lie, but I think I tell a lot of white lies. I tell lies about how I'm doing. I tell people I'm fine. If people ask me for details, depending on the person, even if I trust them, trust them a lot, then I'll be like, no, I'm fine. There's this, this, and this. I'll give a generalized answer. I won't tell 100% what's going on. And if someone asks me how they can help me, I have an answer in my head. I'm like, please stay here. Please, please let's hang out. Let's build cosplays. Let's just go get tea. But I'm just no, it's fine. Don't worry about me. And I do that a lot. My mentality is I don't want to hurt people and I don't want to worry people. But when my mental state gets really, really bad, and no one likes talking about mental states without having something rude to say, unfortunately, because mental health is really important, and you can't be oh, what's the term? I've conquered my mental health. I am on top, and I wish I could fulfill that for myself. Something you guys might not know is I was born with a heart condition. I was born with a hole in my heart and a bad valve. That, fortunately enough, healed. I was adopted. Another fun fact. And one thing is I have a couple of mental health issues that I wish wasn't there. The most that I deal with is anxiety. I have very severe anxiety, and I end up shutting myself off if my mental health goes down the tubes, and if it gets really bad, the way that I cope with it is I shut myself off from the people who care about me, and I pretend to be okay, and I go hide and surround myself with nothing. Okay, recording part 3 again. Gosh. One of my roommates, well, technically roommates, walked in. I love her, Becca's amazing. I am on a bed, and this is the worst filming position ever. Yeah, I closed myself off. And that happened recently. Before all this video, I'm gonna put probably a trigger warning because I'm talking about some deep stuff here. Well, not as deep as I look back, probably won't be, because I hide things still. Not a good thing. But I've grown up over the years. I've been abused. I've been used. I haven't dealt with things correctly. I've also just let things go by that shouldn't have. I deal with trust issues. It's fun. Trusting people and then having them break that trust and then trying to rebuild that trust with them and then having it break again. It's a cycle. But one thing that it's a hard subject to talk about. But it's being suicidal. I've been, God, what day is it? A couple weeks ago, it was like a Monday. Oh, God. I think it was either a Sunday night or a Monday night. But my apartment that I'm in currently with a couple of my roommates, it's a 2-bedroom. We have like 4 people in here. Gosh, we're moving in a couple weeks, but we're on the 3rd floor. There's a balcony and stuff. I usually go out there when I'm panicking, when I'm like having like heart palpitations, because I'm also someone who's prone to seizures. And I go hide, which I shouldn't, because I need to be around people in case I have a seizure. But a couple weeks ago, there was a bunch of drama going on that I was a part of, just because I'm me and my mental health, and I just was worrying everyone. So that whole night, I spent like the whole night out on the balcony, and that whole entire night, I was extremely suicidal, featuring my Gordy pillow. But I was terrified after that, because I am not someone to get to the point where, like, I've had bad thoughts and stuff, like a lot of people do. Like, if you're driving, you're like, oh, like, I could have hit that pole, but I didn't, sort of things. That was an example my mom brought up. That wasn't that. That was actually, like, having urges to end myself. So, either jumping off the balcony, I vape, so it was kind of, or just hurting myself in general, like putting the hot coils on my arms and stuff, slitting my wrists, going to the hospital, or going to like a mental health facility, which they terrify me, by the way. But you know what? That was not good. That wasn't good at all. And after that, it was kind of like I need to get myself back on track. I went to a therapy appointment with my old therapist. She's very far away. It's like a 50-minute drive. So I went and talked to her. I went to a bunch of different stores to pick up like essential things that you need to live. And I talked to most of my roommates privately. And I talked to one of them, especially because they were the ones who were the most concerned about me, and I was literally not letting them in, like, not medical. I wasn't letting them into my head. Like, I literally completely shut myself off from them and was not, like, talking to them, and they were someone who I should have been trusting, because there was a lot going on, but I felt really bad about all of that, and I've been trying to grow, but there's just a lot going on. Like, medical wise, I've had MRIs, EEGs. I had to stay up for 2 days for that EEG. Stuff didn't go right with that. Like, I drove myself, which you're not supposed to do. it was my fault. Like, my mom was supposed to pick me up, and then I guess I didn't set my alarm correctly, so she was waiting outside and then left because I wasn't answering. But I got that done, but I was so focused on switching jobs. I worked at a call center for a while. This video's everywhere, like all over the place, by the way. If you're still at this point, thank you. But I worked at a call center, and it really stressed me out. Like, there's also just a bunch of drama going on. I'm not gonna go into full details, but it was like not even just, it wasn't at work exactly. There was stuff at work and then stuff outside of work. But the one thing that really scared me was I went on a health break, and I went near my car, and then it started to like rain, so I guess I pulled myself into my car and I had a seizure. And I guess it was like, seizures usually last for like 15 to like 30 seconds, and I guess I wasn't responding. People, like, one of my roommates found me because he worked with me, and they called 911, and I guess I had a seizure. I would stop, and then I would have another seizure, so I had like many consecutive seizures all at once, and the next thing I remembered was like they were plucking me for blood. They had the heart monitors stuff all over me. People trying to talk to me. I had like 13 people from my work was out there, and then there was like the fire people and the ambulance people. They're trying to talk to me, and they're like, well, if you don't respond to us soon, like if you can't verbally tell us that you don't want to go to the hospital, then we have to take you to the hospital. And I remember after like 5 or 10 minutes of like trying to talk and like trying to get my head straight, I was like, no. And so they were like, okay. So I was being stubborn, but also, like, if you know someone who has seizures, like, if they don't respond after like 2 minutes, then yes, that's when you call 911 or take them to the hospital. But like, if they have a seizure and then like they come to around wherever, just make sure, like, depending on what, a lot of people have different seizures. I can't tell you like exactly what to do, but like, the main thing is, if someone has a seizure, you, like, if you know them personally, like, don't automatically call 911. I know it kind of sounds stupid, but also probably don't trust me. I might delete this part. But the hospital's not gonna help you. Like, they'll run tests to stuff that you already know, but they can't help you, and you have to pay for the $5,000 ambulance ride. So no. I had a schedule for what I wanted this video to be, but when people talk about lying, they're like, oh, it's so bad to lie, and like, something that Guilty Party mentioned, I think, was that people, like, you grow up being told not to lie and to like not even think about lying, but then all of us like lie anyway. Some people, of course, lie because they are actually lying, and then of course some of us, there's just some versions of lying, and sometimes it's accidental, sometimes it's purposeful, sometimes it's because you don't want to hurt people, but that does not mean you're not lying. But like, sometimes it's just you lie and then you realize that was a mistake and you have to own up to it. So it's fun having to own up to things. Gosh, this is fun. But I'm currently not on, this bed is not mine. I'm sitting on a bed and I'm like supporting my phone on something. I have my little corgi. But trying to get to know someone for them, I feel like it's hard for me to be my true self in front of people, because like, people joke around about things that you might believe in, and then you're like, oh, haha, okay, guess I can't talk about that. So I don't know, my mind is a concoction of I don't know what. So everyone grows. I'm doing better. My new job is great. I already knew some of the people who worked there. I'm moving soon, and I'll have all my stuff with me, which will be great. I have friends who support me, who love me. I have projects I'm doing. I'm meeting up with a friend and we're gonna work on some cosplay stuff, which I enjoy. I'm an artist, so it's fun. But yeah, and it's also just trying to be my true self and let people, if people don't like me for me, then fine. Everyone knows me as Rachel, well, especially just on here because my username is Rachel Kanab. But I go by, I do go by Rachel, but like I go by Amias. A-M-I-A-S, Amias, Amias, whatever the pronunciation people like to use. My name's Amias. It's it's a name I like and enjoy. If we were to use labels, and I know a lot of people like to wonder, is I am non-binary. So it's non-binary, bisexual, pansexual, whatever. I personally don't like labels, honestly. I use they, them pronouns, but I always tell people any pronouns work. If everyone's like, oh, what name do you prefer, Rachel or Amias? And I'm like, either works. But to be honest, if I was to be honest, which on here I might as well be honest first, is I do prefer the name Amias. I do prefer they, them pronouns. Like, I feel more like myself, and I feel better that way. Which is it's hard to tell people what you prefer when it's not like something that you've talked to them about before. It's like really hard. So, but I'm getting there. Things are changing and it's for the better and it's cool. So, a lot of things have changed on here actually. Just specifically on this platform. My hair keeps getting shorter, but it might be growing it out. It's a faded orange. I don't just have one tattoo now. I have, if I can't show you. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Terrible viewing of my tattoos, but I have 4 tattoos now. I had one that I got in May for my birthday. I turned 18, and then I got 2 with a friend, and then I got another one, and I actually drew it out myself. And if the words on the tattoo says the sun will rise and we will try again, those are actually lyrics from No Pilot's album, and the song was called Truce, I think. I probably should remember, but to me, tattoos, people can get them as decorations, which is cool, props for you, but all my tattoos that I've gotten have a meaning behind it, or else I grow meaning to it. So I have 4 tattoos right now, and I'm gonna get some more. But yeah, this is probably a very long video, so it's a jumble of things, but if you guys have a specific topic that you guys want me to talk about, like specifically for a whole video and not jumble all around the place, please comment down below or message me on my social media, which I'll also leave below. But I'm just gonna leave you guys with a message to be you. Don't be afraid of messing up. Don't be afraid of don't be afraid of being yourself. Don't be afraid of admitting when you're wrong. Don't be afraid of if you do mess up and you're like, oh crap, I should have known this, like looking back, why did I do this? Don't beat yourself up about it. You're an amazing person and you need to just be okay with yourself. So, I'm gonna sign up for now. I'm gonna just hang out with my corgi and probably go talk to one of my roommates if they're still here. And I will see you guys sometime in the future if this ever gets uploaded. So.